Hello, my dear students and the rest of the learners. Welcome to part 1 of a 41-part series of tutorials in Fundamentals of Object-Oriented Programming in Java. In this tutorial, we are going to look at the introduction to Java and how to download and install Java. My name is MemJM, or you can simply call me Emily Swap. Just as I have said, in this tutorial, we are going to learn introduction to Java, how to download Java, and lastly, we shall look at how to install Java. What is Java? Java is a high-level, class-based, object-oriented programming language that was created in the year 1995, and it's owned by Oracle. It is used for coding mobile applications, especially Android applications, desktop applications, the web applications, the web servers and application servers, the games, database connection, amongst the others. It is said to be an object-oriented programming, or OOP language, because it implements a programming paradigm by which source code is organized into objects, with each object containing both the data and the processing operations that are necessary to perform a task. It is largely used because it works on different platforms, that is, different versions of operating systems or types of operating systems, such as Windows, the Macintosh, the Linux, Raspberry Pi, amongst the others. It is also easy to learn and simple to use, as you are going to see in this 41 series of tutorials. In addition, Java is an open source and free software that you get or you download free of charge without being charged. It is also secure, fast and powerful, and it has huge community support. That is, we have tens of millions of developers online that are ready to offer their free support. It is an object-oriented language which gives a clear structure to programs and allows code to be reused, lowering development costs, and it is also close to C++ and C#, thus making it easy for programmers to switch to it from C++ and C#. In order to code and manage Java programs, it is important to make use of programs that can provide the environment for coding, compiling, debugging, and executing programs that have been developed in Java, as we are going to see in this series of tutorials. This environment is called the Integrated Development Environment, simply abbreviated as IDE. Some examples of such programs that you can download and use with your Java or use to manage your Java programs include IntelliJ IDEA, the NetBeans or Eclipse, which are particularly useful when managing larger collections of Java files. Using an IDE means that you have all the tools you need in one place, that is your development environment, instead of having to organize things manually. So, how do you download and install Java? Before you can make use of any software in your computer, you have to first install it. The installation or setup of a computer program is the act of making the program ready for execution. To learn more about how to install software, I would advise that you go to Emily Swap ICT YouTube channel and listen as well as watch the series of tutorials on computer software installation. It typically involves copying the code generated from the installation files to new files on the local computer for easy access by the operating system. In order to install Java, you first need to connect your computer to the internet and then follow the following steps to download Java and install it in your computer. For example, in Windows. Number one, you have to download what we call the Java Development Kit. This is a full package of the various tools that you require to handle Java programs. Once you have done the download or you have downloaded the appropriate JDK, you then run the installer. Number three, you configure environment variables. Number four, you verify installation. The JDK is the development platform for building Java applications. The JDK is an implementation of the Java platform specification, which includes the compiler and the standard class libraries. The JDK is a software package you download in order to create Java-based applications. The Java Development Kit, or JDK, is one of three core technology packages that are used in Java programming, along with the JVM, or Java Virtual Machine, and the JRE, or what we call Java Runtime Environment. It's important to differentiate between these three technologies and understand how they are connected. The JVM is the runtime that hosts running programs. The JRE, on the other hand, is the on-disk part of Java that creates the JVM and loads programs into them. The JDK provides the tools necessary to write Java programs that can be executed and run by the JVM and the JRE. Then developers who are new to Java often confuse the distinction between the Java Development Kit, or JDK, and the Java Runtime Environment, in the sense that JDK, or without knowing that JDK, is a package of tools for developing Java-based software. So it is like a self-contained package of the necessary tools that you need to run Java. Whereas the JRE is a package of tools for running Java code. The JRE can be used as a standalone component to simply run Java programs, but it's also part of the JDK. Therefore, when you download and install JDK, you will also have catered for the JRE. The JDK requires a JRE. Why? Because running Java programs is part of developing them. To download JDK, you just search for it online from the Oracle website. Then you select the most appropriate JDK for your computer, depending on the operating system it is using. For example, Java 23 JDK for Windows, and then you tap on its download link. The download may be directly saved in the default download folder, or you may be required to select the folder into which to save the downloaded file, type its name and the file name, and then you click on Save. You then need to wait for the download to complete. To install the application, you open the folder into which your download app file has been stored. You then double-click on its icon to commence installation process, or you right-click on it and then you click on Open or Run as administrator. If prompted on whether to allow the application to make changes to your computer, you select Yes. From the Java Setup Welcome window, you click on Install button, and then you follow and respond appropriately to any prompts that may be displayed during the installation process. From the Java Setup Welcome window, you click on Install button and follow as well as respond appropriately to any prompts to be displayed during the installation process. Once installation is complete, confirm that Java has been installed, type Java and search from the taskbar or at Applications from the Start menu. If it's installed, you will see its name listed among the apps or in a folder called Java. The following is therefore a demonstration on how to search for JDK, download it, and install it in your computer. So, my dear students and the rest of the learners, this is how you proceed to download and install JDK in your computer. So the first thing you need to do is, once you ensure that your computer is connected to the internet, you click on Start menu or this Windows icon here for Start, and then search for your browser. In this context, I'm going to look for Google Chrome. So you click on Google Chrome, but if you're using any other type of browser, you can use it. So once you click on Google Chrome, you then proceed and type JDK or Java Development Kit, and you press enter. Once you are on the first page or the home page of your browser, which displays the various links, you can click on the link to Oracle website. This is because the Java or JDK that you want to download is or belongs to Oracle. So the best place to download it from is the Oracle website. So this is the home page for Oracle, or this is where we are, or this is where you'll be taken. Once you are here, you can browse for the JDK for your Windows or for your operating system. As you can see below here, you can see that we have various JDKs, and the latest is JDK 23. Of course, there are others like Gravo VM or JDK 23, but this is not what we want. What we want is the JDK for Windows. But if you're using Linux, you can select it. So you click on the tab for the Windows or for the operating system that you have in your computer, so that you download the appropriate JDK for that operating system. So we have the Linux, as you can see, and your various options available. If you click on Mac OS, you can see we have various links. Because my JDK is for Windows, I'll select this tab, and then I'll click on Windows. My dear viewers and my dear students, once you are brought on this screen, you can see we have various options available. We have this one for the compressed. Remember, you may have another type of Windows operating system. So you must be sure of the version you have. You can see, like in this case, the JDK that is available, JDK 23.02, and it's important to remember this version. Note, it is Java. It is Java SE. Development Kit, version 23.0.2. Very important to note that version of the JDK. And then you check carefully, ensure that the download you are going to have is the one that has installer. So we are not going to click on this link for the compressed. Of course, my computer is using Windows 11, that is x64. And therefore, for that reason, we are going to select the link that contains the JDK with the installer. So the one we are going to choose, in this case, I'm going to select x64. If you have a different type of version of your operating system, if it is listed, you select it. So I'm going to click on x64 installer. And this is the link that I'm going to click. And once you click on it, you'll be prompted to save your download in a certain folder. In my case, I'm going to choose my folder for my download to be in a folder called OOP in Java. If you want to choose a different storage location, you select. So I'll click on Save. Once you click on Save, you can monitor your progress from this bar or this section of your browser. Let's see what is there. You can see, my dear students and the rest of the learners, that our download is now in progress. So we are downloading the JDK, and the version we are downloading is 23 of Windows, whose version or type is x64. This computer that I'm using for this demonstration is Windows 11. Of course, x64. Note, we have various versions of various systems that make use of Windows. We have 32 and x64, amongst others. So the JDK 23 is for Windows x64. You must always make sure that you have selected the appropriate download for your appropriate operating system. You wait for it to complete downloading. As you can see, the progress bar is indicating that my download is now past 190. The speed of downloading will depend with the speed of your computer and the connection that you have. Once the download is complete, meaning that the JDK has been saved in the folder selected, you will see, like now, it states or is done, as you can see here. So you can see it is done. Once the download is complete, you click on the folder where your download has been saved. And you can see, my dear students and the rest of the learners, that our download has been saved in the folder I have specified. So once you are here, you run this application. You can see here it is. So you can double click it, or you can right click it, click on open. If the computer is yours, you can click on run as administrator. So I'll click on run as administrator, but remember, you can also choose the option for open, and then you follow the prompts that will be displayed. So if any prompt is displayed, like, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? That is Java Development Kit. You click yes, so that you can allow the installation to proceed. So already we are done with downloading our app. Now we are installing our JDK. When you are prompted by the installer, for example, by being given a message like welcome to installation wizard for Java Development Kit, you click on next. If you are asked or prompted on the location in which your installation can be installed, you can browse or change the destination. But as you can see, it is important for you to note where your download will be kept. Like in this case, that is my installation, where your installation will be kept. It is important for you, my dear students, and the rest of the learners, to note this path and the version. You can see the version is 23.02. You need to keep it so that when we are going to be configuring our variables in the next presentation, you'll be able to remember the version. And then note the path. You can retain the default path. In this case, our path is C or drive C, a folder called program files. In the subfolder called Java, and then JDK, and it is small, 23. If you want to change this location, you can click on change and then follow the prompts. However, we don't need to change it. So I'll just click on next. Once you click on next, you wait for the download or the installation to complete. You can see we are being told that Java TM and Development Kit 23.0.2 or version 23.02, 64-bit has been successfully installed. You can click next steps if you want to access tutorials, API documentation, developer guides, release notes, etc. We don't need that for now because we are already learning. So you click on close. Therefore, my dear students and the rest of the learners, you have seen how we have installed our Java program. We have went downloaded it and we have installed it in our computer. So what next? The next step we need to do before we end this tutorial is to confirm that our download has been installed. So what do you need to do? What you do to confirm that it has been installed, you just click on the Windows Start menu. And then you can click on All Apps or you scroll in your Start menu to see whether you see a folder for Java or the name Java. Let's see. Do you have Java somewhere? You just scroll. Just scroll. Let's see if we have Java folder. If you don't see Java folder, I can only see we have something here called Java reference documentation. You can still type under search, you can type Java. Once you type Java, you'll be able to see whether there is a folder there. I can see we have Java folder here. We also have other folders here. So if you browse after you have installed your Java and you browse under your start menu, if Java has been installed successfully, you'll be able to see a folder called Java or a shortcut to Java. And see, we have something there. We are going to do more confirmation, or we shall confirm more in my next presentation, which is part 2 of the series. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have come to the end of part 1 of 41, in which we have learned on Introduction to Java, how to download Java, and how to install Java. You can now proceed, listen and watch part 2 of 41, in which we are going to learn on how to configure environment variables and verify your installation before you can commence running or creating files in Java. Congratulations for learning part 1 of 41 of the series, in which you have learned on Introduction to Java, how to download and install Java in fundamentals of object-oriented programming using Java. You can access the rest of the parts in the series, as well as other computer or ICT videos, by clicking or tapping on MLSwap ICT YouTube channel below this video. To subscribe to the channel, tap on subscribe button below this video in YouTube if it's not currently reading as subscribed. For any further correspondence, kindly write it to us through the email mlswap@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me. Let's meet in part 2 of this series, and God bless.